Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to whoever, wherever, whenever you are. Hope you guys are having a good day or had a good day. If not, there will always be more milk to spill, to cry over tomorrow. I do apologize for seeming very, very tired. I'm still recovering and a lot of processing to do. Like, there isn't really much to process. The convention was like, yeah, I had fun. It wasn't amazing. Oh my god, it was amazing. No, it was shit. Yes, I made some money. Yes, I did a lot of things that I never thought I would do. I did a panel, I did my own table, made some money, showed a documentary at a panel, which that's usually, it's not taboo, but that's not really what happens at a panel. But I took a chance. So a lot of things are like checked off. And I was just talking to someone. I was like, I don't know if I'll do another table at a convention, or if I do, I don't think it would be Resident Evil themed like it was. I like Resident Evil. I think it would be something else. What exactly? I don't know. Maybe something with Capcom. You got Devil May Cry, you got Street Fighter, you got Dino Crisis, Mega Man, Monster Hunter. You got Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom. You got Street Fighter versus X-Men. You got Resident Evil. You got a whole bunch of stuff from Capcom. Maybe I like Capcom. Who knows? It'll be something cool. Or maybe next time I'll still keep Resident Evil, but have a chance to make a bigger table. I don't know. Not too sure. I don't know if I'd ever get that chance again, or if I do get that chance, it's like, one of the vendors, and I'm not going to say who they were, but they had mentioned that they were going to go to New York Comic Con. And that's in like New York City. And I nearly, my mind was blown at how much the young man who was at the table next to me, and I don't remember if I mentioned this, but like, I was flabbergasted. I thought he was pulling my leg. I thought he was joshing me. No, he was not. He was very sincere and very genuine and serious. So they said that they were thinking about going there, but they were kind of iffy because there are other people who sell the same stuff as they do. There was like 3 or 4 vendors that already do it. So it can make or break them, because yeah, you got people who have been going there, know these people. So now it's a question of loyalty. It's a question of new clients. It's a question of, are they going to make the money back? So I can't remember if I had asked them how much does it cost to be a vendor there, an exhibitor there, or if he just straight up told me. So I can't remember. But when he told me straight up what the price was, like I said, I thought he was pulling my leg. I thought he was messing with me. He said to be a vendor at that particular convention was $2,500. I swear to you, I felt my head do the freaking Exorcist. The head turn around like, what you say? Nuh-uh. What? I was like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hang on, hold the phone. Hang on. Let me see if I got this straight. I'm not hearing things. $2,500. He goes, yeah. $2,500. Right? He goes, yeah. And I said, hang on. So 2,000. So 2,500. Right? He goes, yeah. I said, you're pulling my leg, man. He goes, nope. Swear to God. I said, $2,500 for a spot at this place. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, why that much? The only thing I can think of is it's in New York City. New York City is expensive to live in. Second, most likely the venue that they are using, they have to pay the venue. So not only do they have to make money back of doing the convention, but they also have to pay the venue. And then depending on how many third parties are involved, that's a factor too. And of course, people got to get paid. People, the business has to stay afloat. People got to be happy. Money talks. So so basically that's what conventions are. They are they're a business based off of multimedia entertainment. Comic books, video games, TV shows, movies, animes, books, pretty much everything. Movies, everything. All right. Excuse me. There's that. So when he told me that, I was like, screw that crap. Not saying that I would ever go to New York City to be a vendor or an exhibitor at Comic-Con. But it's just, every convention, if you want to take part of, you have to pay. So not only pay for your spot, but if you need tables, you got to pay for the tables. So that's why it's just best to get your own tables and go from there. Like I did. So I went from there. Yeah. So if I ever did it, I don't know. I would like to do it again because I'm one of those people I like to continue. I like to try harder, do the next thing, do the next big thing. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Or, well, okay, that didn't work last time. Let me try this. Let me try that. So it all depends, but I don't know if I'd ever get that opportunity again to be a cosplay guest, to have my own table, or an actual exhibitor. Yeah, places, they cost a lot. And there's a lot of good reasons for it. So, yeah. I'm still tired. I'm still recovering because all of last year, all of 2025, I had spent preparing for this convention. Now it's over and done with. And the majority of the stuff that I wanted to use, the majority of the stuff that I didn't sell, are now in totes in a closet, going to collect dust, and probably never see the light day again. Who knows? Knowing my luck, I think this was a one and done kind of thing. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So for those of you who don't know, the documentary is up. I uploaded it on Friday. I see that it has reached to 90. Last I saw it, which I knew it wasn't gonna go. 97. So as of right now, it has 97 views. That's it. Hopefully, I don't know. It's close to 100. That's not bad for me uploading it on Friday. So hopefully everything works out. Yeah. Some people have asked me or told me I should probably go to a park and show it. The problem is, with that kind of thing, you have to have permits, and also you have to promote it. And my biggest worry, if I did it that way, no one's going to come, period. This isn't like one of those places where in the summer they show horror films in a cemetery. Even if I could try and show the documentary at a cemetery, things like that. Like, just for an example, it doesn't have to be there. But for an example, let's say I wanted to. They're not going to do it. Some people have asked, well, why not go to other conventions and try to show it there? For me to do that, automatically they're going to say no, because conventions, like I said before, conventions that are centered around multimedia are just that. They are businesses centered around multimedia. Movies, video games, TV shows, comic books, anime, all that stuff. It is a convention. That is their business. They are running a business based on multimedia entertainment. They are not movie festivals. Have I looked into movie festivals? Yes. Some of them where the submissions are closed, and others have requirements, such as the runtime. My runtime is either too little or too big. Majority of it is too big. They either want 2-minute videos or they want 25-minute videos or movies. It's not going to work. This is it is a 42-minute long documentary. They're not going to take it. Nope. They're not going to take it. So yeah, I did try looking at it. I looked more in the horror because it's more of the horror aspect kind of thing. Which is a survivor horror game. So things of that nature. They're welcome to take documentaries and all that stuff. The time is not going to work. So they're probably not. There was one where it says, it has to be unique. So in other words, it has to be completely original. It can't be based off or about something that already exists. From my understanding, from my perspective, that's how I'm understanding it. So that's something. I was telling someone the same thing. Even if I wanted to show it at a convention, they're not going to take me because I'm just one person. Now, if a lot of you, any of you, were to, I don't know, let's say New York Comic Con. Let's say that. Let's give that for an example. Or, you know what? Let's do Rhode Island Comic Con. Let's do Rhode Island Comic Con just to be safe. Because they do have a lot of cosplay guests there and things of that nature. So let's say, for the heck of it, for argument's sake, let's say you guys started requesting me as a cosplay guest to Rhode Island Comic Con. Let's say you guys got in contact with Rhode Island Comic Con and you're telling them, we want Cody Yeager. We want Cody Yeager. We want to see her documentary at the panel. And it's this, and this. It is Project Biohazard, a Resident Evil love story. We want her to have a panel. We want to see this at the panel. If it's like 10 million, which that's not going to happen. So let's say 10 million strong and you're requesting it. People are going left and right. Like, let's say 800, 1,000 people, got in contact with the organizers of Rhode Island Comic Con and told them, we want Cody Yeager up there. We want to see Project Biohazard, the documentary of Resident Evil. We want to see it there. This is what we want, Because obviously they have requests of who people want to see as celebrities. They have to, they have to be hearing things around. So if, let's say, 1,000 people did a petition to request me to make an appearance and show my documentary there, they probably will listen, because these are actually people other than myself asking or telling them, this is what we want. That to me is like the only way. That's the only way that a convention would even consider. Because if they hear multiple people talking about the same thing, they're like, okay, this can make us money. This can make us stuff. But even then, they have to wonder, okay, well, there's no guarantee. People can request something, and yet they may not come. So that's something that, you know, if the universe, the higher power, God, whomever, decides to have that happen, then cool, great. But this can only happen if people request it. Can I show it at a movie theater? I could, but I remember going to a flea market based on the macabre and gothic and kind of stuff, where one of the vendors said that they did a movie in the theater across the street from where the flea market was being held. And I was actually thinking, okay, maybe that particular theater. So I looked it up, and just to promote a poster of said movie is $2,100. That's just like if you want to go all out, and there's other options too. It's expensive, and it's just like, no. I can only imagine how much the screening was for one weekend. One weekend. That has to be, you know what? That's got to be like $3,000 or over three. I don't know. There's no way, and I'm not spending that much money and possibly have no one come. I'm not good with promotions. I did what I could. When people came to the table, like, oh, you just coming here tomorrow? I'm doing a panel. Here's this on the back of da-da-da-da. It had to be because it was Sunday, you know. And I didn't choose it. Anyway, it is what it is. It's up on the internet. It's up on my channel. If y'all want to watch it, cool, great, go for it. Some people have come to me and said that I really captured the heart of it. How it really captures how much it means to people. It's really cool that not only did I include the actors into it, but also the creators and things of that nature, the history and all that stuff. Some have even said that was a good call with the 70s. I was a bit worried about that, but it's the typical butterfly effect. If this didn't happen, would this still happen? You know, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm still recovering from it. Back to reality. Hopefully, sooner rather than later. I've been working since last week. So, should be good. Yeah. Time to get back to reality. I do have some ideas, but that's going to take some time. Trying to get back to reality. Still kind of exhausted. Hopefully I'll be back in the groove pretty soon. Like I said, I do have some ideas, but I don't want to start going into them or start, spending money for something that may not happen. You know what I mean? And I know some people say, well, take a risk. Yeah, you're right. But when the risk doesn't have the results and you're not getting anything back because of it, it's hard to take a risk. And even then it's like I have an idea. Where do I start? Where do I go? I have an idea. I don't want to say anything because it might not come through. I'm one of those people like, I have an idea, but I make sure people know, hey, it's an idea. There's no guarantees that I'm going to go through with it or if it's even going to happen, if it's even possible. I'm just saying I have an idea and it's possible that it can happen, but it can only happen if X, Y, and Z. So things of that nature. So, yeah. So that's about it. I'm, like I said, getting back to reality slowly but surely. Like I said, I spent all last year preparing for this, for the con. Now it's said and done. Now I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with myself, so I'm figuring that out. I have a few ideas. Some ideas I'm going to keep to myself. Other ideas I'm going to see if they can be executed. And some I'm just going to put on the back burner for a bit. And we shall go from there. Yes. We shall go from there. So, you guys have a good rest of your day. And be safe out there. I'm going to leave you all here. I'm going to leave you now, but I will come back. So don't worry. But yes, I will come back. Because I always come back. Because I want to see what happens next. Yes, let's see what happens and we'll go from there. You guys have a good rest of your day and be safe out there, okay? Bye.